People always say, the book's better than the movie. Well, what movie is actually better than the book? Godfather. The book was obviously a bestseller, but it had some really cringy side plots involving huge dicks and huge vags. Puzo seems to have had a fetish about outsized sex organs, which Coppola wisely dropped in the film. Fight Club. Stand By Me. Based on Stephen King's The Body. I loved the book too. But the movie is a classic to me. Just perfect rendition. How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Goodfellas. Based on the novel Wiseguy by Nicholas Pileggi. Wiseguy is actually pretty interesting. It's basically Henry Hill telling his own story. But Goodfellas is a masterpiece. American Psycho. The book really goes deep into Patrick's obsession with fashion and dining culture. It gets a little tedious. Starship Troopers hands down. The movie heavily satirizes the original book. If you like the movie, you'll probably find the book deeply distasteful. Edit. IDK if some of y'all saw the movie first and read the satire and undermining tone of that and applied it to the book. But the book is not great. It's openly pro-fascist and the movie is so good because of how effectively it lampoons the book. If you read the book as satire, more power to you. Death of the author and all. But do know that others are aware of the author's intention and interpret praise of the book as praise of the ideology it was produced to support. No Country for Old Men is the best literal film representation of any book I've ever read. Both are masterpieces. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. The original text is a depressing short story of a guy dreaming of being greater than his actual tedious life. I love that movie even though it isn't terribly popular. The Prestige 2001: A Space Odyssey. MASH. It was a mediocre novel, but one heck of a movie and a very good TV series. Anyone else surprised by the sheer amount of movies you didn't know was originally a book? Stardust Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. Jaws. In my opinion, the book is not bad. Don't get me wrong. But the characters in it are extremely unlikable. I think Spielberg was right to eliminate some of the subplots and to buff the characters up to be more likable, relatable. Also, the end of the book kinda sucked. I won't spoil it. But compared to the movie it's extremely anticlimactic. I still like both. The book is still a very good read and I understand why it was such a phenomenon. But I'll always say the movie was better. Forrest Gump. The book was something. Who Framed Censored Roger Rabbit. The book's plot is very different. And the characters are all unlikable. Eddie isn't a tragic character who's dealing with his brother's death by drinking his life away and alienating all the toons he used to befriend. He's a hard-bitten, hard-drinking asshole just because Roger is dead. And the character who killed him doesn't really make any sense. The producers of the movie took the idea of a world with toons and humans and threw away the plot. They made the right choice. The movie turned out amazing. Shawshank Redemption is a great movie. Book is good, as well. Shrek. The Mist. The book is better for most of it. But the ending in the movie knocks the socks off the book ending. I feel like The Princess Bride was better as a movie.